trouble getting in tonight, you guys. This hasn't happened in a long time. I am so glad I got in, though. You guys, we are going to be talking tonight about start practicing now. So you guys, thank you so much for your patience tonight. I don't know what was happening with my phone, Wi-Fi, I'm not sure, but I had a hard time getting in. But I am glad you're there. So you guys, the holidays are coming up, and I have talked to several people that are waiting until after the new year to start their keto carnivore journey. Some people are new, some people are just getting back on track, and some people have just kind of, gotten a little lazy with it. But this is my thing. Why not get a jump start on it now by practicing some of the habits that you're going to need when you start? So that's what this live is going to be about today. Start practicing now. So you guys, I do have some notes, and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys, I'm going to be giving you guys 6 habits that you can start with now, even though you're waiting until the new year to start officially. So you guys, let's get into it. Okay, so the new year is coming, and you're starting your keto carnivore. So what you're going to need to do is we're going to have to let's talk about BB for a minute, you guys. Let me put my notes down. Let's talk about BB for a minute. If you have never heard of BB, BB is the back of your brain, and BB has been there all your life, and BB knows you like a book. So if you are starting a keto carnivore lifestyle at the beginning of the year, you have got to prepare your mind for that. And you want to do my Mindset Reset Masterclass, and that's going to give you the tools that you need so that you can efficiently and effectively and be successful in starting your ketogenic lifestyle. So BB is the back of your brain. BB is, if you're not aware of BB's like, okay, let's just start at the beginning of the year. Okay, fine. We'll let BB have that one. I know some of you are starting at the beginning of the year. That's your New Year's resolution. That's great. But what I want you to do is prepare for that mentally. So when that day comes in a couple of weeks, you will be ready. So what you're going to need to do is, in setting boundaries for BB, the back of your brain, is first learn about it so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So what I want you to do first is go look at that video, Mindset Reset Masterclass. I'll make sure I have it linked at the end of this live. And then what I want you to know is that BB is used to getting what he wants your whole life. We're talking about carbs and sugar. He's used to getting what he wants. And there's a dopamine release involved, all of that stuff. Okay, so look at that video. But what we're going to start doing right now, even though you're not starting until the beginning of the year, we're going to pull the reins back on BB a little bit, because we need to train him that he doesn't get everything that he wants. So that's where we're going to start today. We're going to pull the reins back a little bit. Even though you're starting at the beginning of the year, if you incorporate these 5 habits now, you will be further along and you'll be ready at the end of the year to start your journey, and we will be there to support you too. So number one, you guys, number 1 is the 3 R's. The 3 R's: research, retrain, and refresh. Let's talk about research first. If you're brand new to a ketogenic lifestyle, you have some research to do. This is the time to do it, not on January 1. You have some research to do. You'll need to decide if you're going to do a keto, a ketovore, a carnivore. If you're doing low carb, you'll need to decide where under the ketogenic umbrella you will be. Okay, and just to mention also, January is World Carnivore Month, so that's something to keep in mind. If you're wanting to try a carnivore lifestyle, that would be the best time to start. But you're going to have to do some research and find out which program you want to do, which lifestyle that you want to do. And I've done them all, so you can definitely start somewhere and then move to another area that fits you. But just basically so you know, if you're doing a carnivore lifestyle, that's all animal products and you're getting as close to zero carb as possible. If you're doing a ketovore lifestyle or kind of carnivore like me, you're under 10 carbs. So there's very, very minimal carbohydrates. If you are doing a keto lifestyle, you're at 20 carbs, and we're talking total carbs. And if you are low carb, I would say low carb is like not more than 100. It's somewhere between the 50 and the 100. That is basically under the ketogenic lifestyle where you want to be. So do your research, decide where you want to be, do the Mindset Reset Masterclass, get your mind right. And if I were you, I would download Dr. Berry's Proper Human Diet Guidebook. I will also link that in the description of this video. It is an awesome, awesome workbook that he did that has everything in it from all those lifestyles that I mentioned, also supplements, also there's a 30-day diet plan in there for 30 days of eating. There's a lot in there, and all you'll need to do is go to his channel, and then you can sign up to get that, and he will email it to you. I'll put that in the description so that you can do that. Whenever I have questions about anything on this lifestyle, when I've gone from keto to ketovore to carnivore, I'm kind of carnivore, I always use Dr. Berry's Proper Human Diet Handbook. It is amazing. So I would do that now so that you can read that. You can flip through, decide what you want to do. That will help you get the diet together. My class, the master class, the Mindset Reset Masterclass, that will help you get your mind together. This lifestyle you're gonna need both. If you're a carb addict like me, you need both. You need to fix the mindset and fix the diet. So that's research. The second R is retrain. Now, if you did a keto or a carnivore lifestyle and you fell off, or you're not getting the results that you want, or you've been off for a while and you're just getting back on track, you want to retrain. Think about what it is that got you off track and master that. Master that. If you need to look at the Mindset Reset Masterclass again, then you can do that also. And the third R, you guys, is refresh. So refresh is, say you're already on your keto lifestyle, carnivore or ketovore, and you haven't fell off or anything, you're in the lifestyle, but you've gotten kind of lazy with it. Like maybe you're having a little too much dairy. If you're keto, maybe you might be having too much nuts. This is the time that you want to just refresh that. Like you can do better. So when we get closer to the beginning of the year and we're getting ready for World Carnivore Month, I'm going to be sharing with you what I'm going to do to refresh my lifestyle of Kinda Karnivore. But basically, the first step that you want to do, you guys, is the 3 R's: research, retrain, and refresh. So if you're just joining in, this is Lisa, Kinda Karnivore, and we are going over why it's best to just start practicing now, even if you're going to wait till the beginning of the year to start your keto carnivore lifestyle. If you are just joining with us, this is a good time to click the like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone that needs it. And if you're already out there, say hello in the comments so I know I'm talking to somebody. But this is going to be recorded, and we are doing question and answers and stuff like that after the training that I'm doing tonight. So say hello in the comments, and we will get to those shortly. And let me know which one of those things that you might need to work on: research, retraining, or if you need to refresh. Which of the 3 R's do you need? Let me know in the comments. Number 2 in start practicing now is get your staples, you guys. Don't wait till January 1 to go shopping. to get your staples, to get your dressings that don't have sugar in it, to get your zero carb things, to get your condiments, to go through your cabinets and look and see what has carbohydrates and ingredients that you don't want in your diet because they're not healthy. Get your staples ready now. I know, you guys, I know. Even if you are not starting till January 1, do these 5 habits to get yourself ready. When January 1 comes, you're going to be ready. You have already done the research. You know what you're going to do. You're getting your staples, all the things that you need so that they're there for you. You won't be able to use that as an excuse like, oh, I don't have any keto carnivore, things to eat. Get your staples now, you guys. And number 3, you guys, okay, before I say number 3, let me tell you this. I'm going to get number 3 ready. Okay. You guys are planning on having your Christmas dinner and you're starting after the holidays. So you got a Christmas and a New Year's in there. Okay. Hold the restraints a little bit on BB. Just because you are starting on January 1 doesn't mean you need to just go off completely and just try to eat up everything just because BB's in your mind saying, you're not starting till January 1. You can have this, you can have that. Look, you're not starting till January 1, but let's say you're going to have your Christmas dinner, but it doesn't have to keep going on and you don't have to start that now, just eating anything because you're not starting on January 1. By time Christmas comes, the one day, and if you've already started to implement a few of these things, look how much further you will be. So you guys, don't let BB tell you, girl, you ain't starting until January 1. You can eat up everything. Don't do that. Let's do these 5 habits and get yourself ready. Okay, so on Christmas Day, you're having a feast. But that doesn't have to be from now all the way till then, and then even after, and then even New Year's Eve. You don't have to do that. At most, Christmas Day, and maybe your New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, I'm not sure. That's 2 days. And what's today's date? Today's date is the 8th, okay? We're talking about 2 days, not the rest of the month. So let's pull BB back a little bit on the reins, even though you don't know exactly who BB is, and you're going to watch the video to learn more about that. We're going to train him a little bit because when he doesn't get everything that he wants, it makes it easier when you start officially, on the 2nd or whenever you're starting. It might be after Christmas whenever you're starting. So with that in mind, number 3 is stop snacking. Okay, stop snacking in between the meals. I know that's hard, but that's easy. I'm not telling you to give up all your carbs yet. I know you're starting after Christmas. You're starting at the New Year. I know that, but just stop snacking in between meals. Have your meals and stop snacking in between. That is going to be a great habit that you're going to develop, and you're going to train BB on that. There's some restraint. No, we're not having snacking. BB, you can wait. Whatever it is that you're eating, because if you're still eating carbs, BB can wait till the next meal to get that. Start training him a little bit now. So that's number 3. Number 4 is stop the sugar. I know, you guys, I know. Number 4 is huge. Stop the sugar. So there's a couple ways that we can approach this. If you haven't started yet, you're still doing your thing. But what if you just stop the sugar? Do you know how many less grams of sugar and carbohydrates you would have if you just did that? Okay, so this is my proposal. Christmas is not here. I know on Christmas you're going to have your desserts, your treats. What if you just, starting now, stopped having things with sugar in them? Like, say you didn't have desserts. Say in your coffee you swapped that out for stevia or monk fruit, or you had black coffee. What if you just started that now and then you just didn't have treats? If you're a carb addict like me and you're hearing this for the first time and you've never done a ketogenic lifestyle, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, that's a bit much. It might be a bit much, but we're trying to get you ready for when you start officially. So if you are like, oh my gosh, I can't have any desserts, and you're just like, okay, so this is my proposal. Stop having sugary liquid drinks. Everything that's liquid. If stop having sweets, period is too much, like desserts, sweets, anything with sugar, I would like you to do that. Even if you're having other carbs, if you just stop the sugar ones, I would like you to do that. However, if that's like, oh my gosh, then stop having liquid sugar. That means soda. That means coffee, frappuccino, stuff like that, that have 50, 60 sugars in it. Stop the liquid sugar at least. That'll be so much easier when you start officially in the beginning of the year. And that doesn't mean you can't have your coffee. That doesn't mean you can't have your tea. You're just not going to have sugar. So you can put some monk fruit in that coffee. You can put some stevia. I'm just trying to get you to change some of those habits. So that one's a hard one. Number 4, try it now, stopping the sugar, or at least stopping the liquid sugar. Like, okay, you guys, this is a good time for me to talk about carb crutches. So this is I'm not done with the 5, but this is your midway bonus that I'm going to give you. Let me talk to you guys about carb crutches. Carb crutches. I was going to do a separate video on this. Okay, so carb crutches, if you're a carb and sugar addict like me, carb crutches are the things that you are going to have that will stop you from having the real thing. For example, if you're going to have a soda that has 60 grams of sugar, 50 grams of sugar, whatever it is, a soda, I would much rather you have the diet soda. Okay? All right, internet trolls and police, don't get me. This is the thing. When you're a carb addict like me, if someone's going to pick between a diet soda that has artificial sweetener, not my favorite. I don't really want artificial sweeteners. You know, the sucralose, the saccharin, all that stuff, whatever. I would much rather you pick that with the 0 sugar than drink 50 sugars. So those are called carb crutches. Another carb crutch, and this is a hard one for me, is the sugar-free Jell-O. That is a carb crutch. And carb crutches are, you know, when you get a pair of crutches, I've broken a bone before, you get crutches. That is just until you heal, and then you get rid of the crutches. So carb crutches are supposed to be used if you need them. Everybody doesn't need them because everybody's not a carb addict. They're used as a crutch until you get healed and stronger. So if this sugar thing is throwing you, you can get some carb crutches, and say if you're going to just eat all them donuts and you're going to eat a sugar-free Jell-O instead, I would much rather you get a sugar-free Jell-O. If you have an addict and you're on a crutch, that's a carb crutch. But we eventually want to work that out. But right now, we just need to get you off of eating 50 and 100 sugars. So carb crutches. If you need a pair of crutches, carb crutches. I'm telling you that because this is real life stuff. I'm telling you this because I've had to do it, and I'm a carb addict. And I would rather do that than have the real 50, 100 sugars. Okay. I know people are going to like that and they're going to come after me, but the truth is the truth. And we're all about getting the carbs down and getting them cut. And if you need some crutches, you need some crutches. All right. So that's carb crutches. So with the carb crutches, that'll help you with the no sugar if you need the crutches. Once we get into and you get healthier and you started your plan, you've been on it a month or two, the bones are healed, we can get rid of those crutches. All right. If you're just joining in, this is Lisa Kinda Karnivore. We're talking about some tough stuff tonight. We're talking about start practicing now for those of you that are waiting till the new year to start your keto carnivore lifestyle. Number 5 is don't eat after 8 p.m. So, and those of you that are late nighters, you can say don't eat maybe 2 or 3 hours before you go to bed. But I know everyone has a different bedtime. But if you don't eat like after 8 p.m., that would be the best thing for you. That will give you time to start your body getting ready to intermittent fast naturally overnight. You didn't know you intermittent fasted. Even if you're not an intermittent faster, That's what's happening overnight automatically. So if you can get that window lower to when you stop eating, you can get a good intermittent fast overnight while you're sleeping, and you'll sleep better. You don't want to go to bed on a full stomach. Some people get heartburn. Some people don't sleep well. You really want to try to not eat after 8. Now, these are the 5 things that you can do now to start practicing. Practice makes perfect. Start practicing your keto carnivore lifestyle. So, which one of these are you going to implement? Which one of the 5 things are you going to implement? We have the 3 R's. We have the staples. Get your staples. Stop snacking, stop the sugar, and don't eat after 8. So that is what I have for you guys today. I'm going to look through the chat and answer any questions that you guys have, but I wanted to get this out to you early in the month because Christmas is coming. It doesn't mean that you have to just be completely off of track and wild until Christmas comes. We need to pull the reins a little bit so that we can get ready to start a strong year. So that's what I have for you. Let me know in the comments what questions that you have. I'm going to go through those questions with you. And I'm going to tell you what my plan is that I'm going to refresh. We talked about research, retrain, and refresh. So when you are already in your lifestyle like I am, I've done the research. You fell off and got back on years ago. But the refresh portion, I can tighten up my Kinda Karnivore a little bit. I've got a few seed oils. I might have a sugar-free Jello here and there. I can tighten things up a little bit because I really, really, really want to get more strict in 2026. And I'm going to be working out too. So I really need to support that. I want to have more protein. I want to have a tiny bit less fat, but a little bit more protein. So I'm working on those things. So I will be doing a refresh for my eating plan, still kind of carnivore, but just kind of refreshing it so it's not so lazy. So that's what I will be working on. What questions do you guys have for me? I like going live because I don't have to edit. So I've kind of been doing these trainings live. And then if there's any questions at the end, I can answer those questions for you. And so that's what we have for today. Let's see. So I don't see any questions here. So let me just say, if you're just joining in with tonight's training, or if you're watching this on the replay, implement these 5 things that you can start doing now and doing them as a practice, getting yourself ready to commit yourself to a keto carnivore lifestyle if you are one of the ones waiting till after the holidays. And you can like, subscribe, share this with someone that needs it. And if you have any comments, you can still go ahead and put them in the chat. I will answer them even if they're on the replay. And I will see you guys in a couple of days with another video, or I will go live. So that is my plan. If I don't get a second video out in the week, I'm going to probably go live on Saturday night. So I'll see you either way. And you guys have a good night. Bye. Okay. I'm going to turn this off. All right.